All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Kakodash. And I also want to give double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to those for elect, hearing this word in truth and in sincerity. Okay, I'm the brother Iwalum from the GMS West Palm Beach camp, back with another lesson. Just wanted to double back on the topic that we spoke about at camp yesterday. Okay, and we brought up the definition for initiated. And when you think about that word, you often hear that word used for wicked purpose. Like, let's say somebody says the word initiated, and they'll be talking about some kind of wickedness that they're a part of. But concerning now that we're in the truth, we understand that there's a right hand side and a left hand side, things. So the left hand side will be the evil side, and the right hand side will be the good side. All right, but so on the right hand side, all right, we are the initiated ones concerning this truth, because I'm gonna get a definition. Okay, it says initiated, a small group of people who share obscure knowledge. Okay, Salakia. Okay, and that small group of people is referring to the elect, concerning the truth. Because compared to the masses of people on this planet, the elect is considered a small group of people, and they were initiated from the beginning, from the foundation of the world. Okay, and we can get these scriptures in the book of Ephesians. Let's start there. Ephesians chapter 2. And it says verse, I can start from 4 and then jump down. But it says, but the Most High, who is rich in mercy, for his great love wherewith he loved us, even when we were dead in sins, hath quickened us together with the Mashiach. By grace are ye saved, and hath raised us up together, and made us sit together in heavenly places in the Mashiach Yahushai. You see, and not everybody, can say, that they understand the scriptures, and that's not to be proud of, boast, wickedly or nothing, but that's to boast in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, and to be grateful that, he's opened up this truth unto us, man, because I know brothers can tell, how the world is getting darker, and people, are losing their minds. I watched a video done by the brother Yashalom, from the New York camp, and he did a lesson concerning Big Mama, and she pretty much, she's losing it because she ain't getting her food stamps, man. Okay, she's not getting her food stamps, so they're talking about she got 9 kids, she got to feed these 9 babies, and she can't do it. She's a single mother. And nobody cares, bro. Because single mothers, is going to be a thing of the past now, man. Now you're going to see why you needed a man in the house. But let's keep going, because I want to stay on topic for this one. It says let me see. Okay, I think this is the one I wanted. I thought it was in chapter 2, but the point was still made in chapter 2. But this is Ephesians chapter 1 and verse 3. It says, blessed be the power and Father of our Lord Yahushai Mashiach, who hath blessed us with all spiritual blessings in heavenly places in a Mashiach. You see, he has blessed us, okay, with all spiritual blessings in heavenly places. And he's going to tell you from the foundation of the world. It says, verse 4, according as he hath chosen us in him before the foundation of the world, that we should be holy and be without blame before him in love. And that's predestination right there. It's going to tell you too. It's going to say predestinated. You know, but the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai initiated the elect from the foundation of the world, man. You know, and when you go back to the definition of initiated, it says a small group of people who share obscure knowledge. You know, let's go into that word, obscure. It says not discovered or known about, uncertain. You see, this truth is uncertain to these people of the world. It's not known about to these people in the world. You know, that's why when we bring out certain points, even the things dealing with, multiple wives, that's a foreign thing to this world, man. You know, that's a foreign thing to this world. Like, a lot of easy concepts that we understand, these people can't get, and that's because they've been blinded to this truth. You know, we're living in a real life matrix simulation. When you watch the book of not the book of, but when you watch the movie, The Matrix, you'll see that those people, they were in a fake world. They were kind of like under a spell, and they had to be woken up. You see, and that's how we are, man. Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua woke us up from the matrix, all right, and he opened our eyes to what the truth really is. And it's now it's like we're vexed, all right, by the filthy conversation of the wicked. We're vexed by the things these people do every day, man. They still believe in these lies, the corruption. Okay, it says verse 5, it says, having predestinated us unto the adoption of children by Yahushua Mashiach to himself, according to the good pleasure of his will. You see, so the elect were predestinated from the foundation of the world. They were initiated from the foundation of the world, okay, to be of the Lord's. All right, and let's get that in the book of I forget what chapter it was specifically, but we can look for it. Plain unto the holy, all right, because the Lord's ways is plain unto the holy. They're stumbling blocks unto the wicked. This is Ecclesiasticus Sirach chapter 39 and verse 24. It says, as his ways are plain unto the holy, so are they stumbling blocks unto the wicked. Okay? So the Lord's ways, as I may have mentioned earlier, a lot of easy milk concepts that, we get through the Spirit, it's pretty much stumbling blocks to, a lot of these people, even Christians, stumble at the easy things, so to speak, of the scriptures, man. Because they're wicked. What it means to be holy, or it means to be separate. Okay? It means to be sanctified, separate. So in truth, you gotta be separate from these people of the world to get the understanding of this truth. Because when you're separated from these people of the world, their thought pattern, their mindset, all right, is not driving you. Because when you look at these people of the world, right, they have a herd mentality. When one believes something, they're all gonna believe something. And the Lord will not deal with somebody like that herd mentality. Because let me give you an example. If one believes in the virgin birth, all right, they're all gonna believe in the virgin birth. So it's gonna be hard for one it's gonna be hard for them to believe that, the virgin birth is not biblical. You see? Because it's a herd mentality. But if you separate yourself from them and take the time to learn, all right, take the time to go into it, you're gonna get it. So that's why when the Lord pulls, a certain individual, and separate them, that's when that individual will most likely get the understanding of the scriptures. Let's go to the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 8. I want to say chapter 8 or 7. one of those 2 chapters. But no, it was 8. Was it 9? Where it says a wave to a drop. Okay. Right here, 2nd Ezra chapter 9. I can start from 15, and it says, I have said before, and now do speak, and will speak it also hereafter, that there be many more of them which perish than of them which shall be saved. You know, and when you understand the Bible prophecies, you know, the Lord says how a lot of people are going to die in the coming judgments, you know, and that's why a lot of people that joke around, they play games, and you know, they scoff, they mock. Okay, you know, you playing with fire, man, because literally, you know, that fire is coming, and you're gonna bathe in it. All right, you're gonna bathe in that fire, because if you want to bathe in the water, which is His truth, well, you're gonna bathe in the fire, because fire and water are 2 of cleansing agents. All right, so hey, we're going through that spiritual fire. We're going through that spiritual water right now. All right, that spiritual baptism. All right, so that, Lord willing, we don't have to go through that spiritual fire, man. No, not spiritual fire, Salakia. That literal fire, which is the nuclear missiles. You know, slip of the tongue. Okay, but verse 16 says, like as a wave is greater than a drop. You know, a wave is greater than a drop. So like when let's say you got the whole ocean, all right, and then you got a dropper. You know, the small the small water, the small drop that come out of the dropper, that's considered the elect right there, compared to a whole ocean. So that's the analogy that the Lord is making. That's pretty much going into, you know, out of billions of people on this planet, all right, only, you know, a few is going to be left and delivered, which is the elect. You know, now I can't put a number. See, I didn't put a number on, you know, how much, like, you know, of the elect is going to be, you know, of there is the elect, because it talks about in the book of Revelation how it's going to be an innumerable multitude. You know, it numbers it says the 144,000 which followed the Lamb, and then it says the innumerable multitude. All right, innumerable meaning you can't number the elect. All right, so, you know, just only the Lord knows the number of His elect. All right, but the point being is that as much as it said an innumerable multitude, meaning you can't number them, that innumerable multitude plus the 144, you know, is still a small number compared to the billions of people that's going to die out here, man. You know, just like going back to the days of Noah, man. All right, out of all those people that perished, all right, out of all the people that perished in the water, the flood, you know, only 8 people survived. All right, Noah, his sons, and their wives. Okay, so that's the same, you know, thing the Lord's doing here, because the Lord always had a remnant. All right, so yeah, man, that's pretty much, you know, what I wanted to go through, because, you know, people like to use that word initiated, you know, as if like, you know, they're joining some, you know, some like they say, calling the word cult, but, you know, as brothers bring out, cult means worship. You know, they'll use that word initiated, like, you know, blood sacrifice. You know, I am now initiated to this. You know, no, man. You know, so we use things on the right hand side where we're initiated, in the spirit. You know, to Yahweh Bashim Shah's word, man. Okay. And if you want to get to that point, you know, where you talk about, you know, blood sacrifice and shit like that, you know, hey, through the blood of Yahweh Shai, all right, we have this understanding, All right, through the blood of Yahweh Shai, we have mercy. So, Lord willing, we'll be with the elect. We're covered under the blood, and we've been initiated through the blood of Yahweh Shai. You know? So I'm not using that word in wickedness. We're using it in righteousness, man. You know? Because as things have a righteous purpose, people also use it for wickedness. You know? And that's something that, you know, I learned in this truth is that, you know, just like Esau, Edom, you know, got these pharmacies and drugs and stuff like that. Hey, the Lord got herbs. You know, so there's always, you know, a right hand side and a left hand side. If there's always something, a solution for something, and it's going off or whatever, or it's wicked, just know that it's going to be a righteous, you know, side to it. All right, but that's pretty much the point I want to make. Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakakodash, and double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to those who are late, hearing this word in truth and in sincerity. Until next time, I say shalom.